All right. So last time, as the party continued making their way through more undiscovered parts of the Amber Temple, they regrouped after previously fighting some invisible spectral kinds of enemies and eventually returned to the balcony where they had first entered the temple and fought the berserkers, where during their first trip in and all subsequent ones they had gone left. Now they decided to go right and see what might be waiting for them on that side of the temple. Secret rooms were found. Flame skulls were, at least thus far, not provoked. Although their green dancing flames were seen through a hole in the floor.
New ones or they returned?
Given the location, it seems like they're probably new ones. So essentially, if you were to mirror the temple here, the room on the other side where the berserkers were sleeping and stuff, that room on the opposite side has a big hole in the floor. And visible down below are some flickering green flames that seem to be moving.
Oh, okay.
And then through the door, located in the same place, leads to a hallway running alongside the large central chamber of the temple. There was a single door leading into a large room off to the side, as well as another set of double doors, deeper into the temple. The side room was revealed to have contained a mage who had sought shelter there after his master was killed off across the temple. Turns out his was the charred corpse that you found near the flame skulls that you did fight. And after assuring this mage that everything was just fine, and even walking out into the hallway and saying, "Hey, look how fine everything is," or something to that effect, Ron was attacked but managed to avoid the oncoming onslaught from what looked like a giant amber golem, or golem, I should say. You managed to kind of bottleneck it, fighting it on just the other side of the door from the hallway, so kind of holding up in the room where you found the mage. And after a long fight, you did manage to kill it off with minimal damage and casualties to yourselves. Nobody died or fell unconscious. Although Dane did take a few hard hits in there. After taking some time to, I believe, recover a little bit, the group went back out into the hall and proceeded deeper into the temple. Down the hallway to where the golem seemed to have come from. And poking through the next few rooms, it was a lot more of the same that you've seen on the other side, except where there was an altar with an ominous black statue on the left side of the temple, there's just what looks like the ruins of one on this side. Remembering that there was a secret door that led to a room full of skulls and a treasure chest, Dane decided to check for a secret door in this chamber as well, which he found. And it was at that point that Ron and Greg elected to press forward into this door and beyond it, finding a couple flights of steps leading down to a mostly crumbled chamber that had one door off to the left as you descended the stairs. After heading in there and seeing 3 large blocks of amber, each of which containing some sort of dark, minuscule spectral inclusion of some sort that seems to just float and waver inside of the blocks. You just noticed all of these when a number of creatures leapt down from their perch on the ceiling and attacked you. And it is with the attacking that we're going to pick up because you guys got ambushed. So, let's see what we've got here. All right. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things here. And I think most of them are going to attack Greg, not because Brown pissed me off or anything, but because of positioning. But the group will kind of flow around and do its best to get as many attacks in as it can. So probably something like this.
That's the problem with being large. Everyone sees you first.
This is true. That, and that. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So I think that's going to be 4 attacks on Greg, 3 attacks on Ron.
Was I raging when I came in here?
You were not.
Oh boy.
You were not rage exploring, no. I explore in a rage. Okay.
I'm sure you can search for something in a rage.
The drunkenly rage.
Maybe something someone stole, like your prize or something. Your prized pig. I'd be pretty upset.
All right. So
You're really
I would like
quiet,
Greg.
Becca.
That's because my mic isn't in front of my face because I'm eating food.
Gotcha.
There you go.
That would make sense.
What am I doing?
Okay. I need you to make 2 Constitution saves. Well, actually, hold on. Before you make 2 of them, let me see if both of these attacks hit. All right. So that is a 21 to hit
That hits.
and an 18 to hit.
That barely hits, yeah.
Okay, so I need you to make 2 con saves.
Alright, let me look through real quick to see if I have any alterations to those rolls. I don't think I do. Okay.
Gosh, why don't you have your whole character that you've been playing for like 1 session memorized?
Then I pass.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you pass. But you are still going to take a total of 18 points of slashing damage as 2 of these ghoulish creatures climb down and dig into you with their claws. The other 2 are going to bite at you. Holy shit. Okay, first one is a 19 to hit.
Oh, damn it.
So that's 14 points of piercing damage. Okay, that's an 18 to hit
Damn it.
for 15 points of piercing damage. This is ridiculous. And what's even more ridiculous is I have like the auto advantage roll thing on. So like the first one is always the worst. Like it's well, the worst for you. So like there's a 21 followed by a 13, an 18 followed by a 14, a 19 followed by an 8, and an 18 followed by a 6. um okay. So then let me see how this whole thing goes with Ron. So Ron, I need you to see if this hits first. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does, however, I'm going to cutting words.
That would be wise. And you don't even need to roll because it's your AC.
Yes.
So, all right. So one of them swings at you with its claws, and what do?
I'm just gonna see it out of the corner of my eye and go, oh god, it's a bat! And I'm gonna duck.
Okay.
The thing's a bat.
I
mean,
think it's a bat.
Maybe its claw is like the size of a bat.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other two, with their tongues like lolling out of their mouths, are going to rush towards you and try and take a bite out of you. So first one is a 16 to hit.
I am going to use one of my lucks to make it reroll.
Okay, so let me hit that one again.
18.
That's a 5.
Okay, I'm gonna make it use that 5.
Okay. Cool. So mark down 1 luck point.
Yep.
And then the second one comes at you, trying to bite you, and it rolls an 8 to hit.
I will accept the 8. It doesn't matter.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you're managing to just barely duck and dive out of the way of every attack so far. But now, finally, I think it's time to roll some initiative.
All right.
And for people who are not on this map, or at least are not on this part of this map, actually, you're not even on this one. Tell you what, here's what I'll do. I'm going to put everybody on this lower level map. And then those of you who are not immediately in this fight, go ahead and still roll some initiative, click your token, that whole deal. And that way, if you end up getting involved, I know where to put you.
I'm going to use another luck on my initiative.
Okay.
I will use the first one.
Okay.
I figured it's worth a shot.
Oh, let me put the modifier on this one. And you have advantage, right, Greg?
Yeah, but there's another part to that.
Only if you enter your rage before doing anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but that would actually negate a lot of the damage.
Yeah, he would still be able to do stuff.
I can't
all right.
right now.
What'd you say?
Can't rage right now.
Why not?
Oh, you're out?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm over here pulling a Neo.
Okay. Yeah, I was just looking to see if maybe there was a short rest in there, but I don't see one.
We had a long rest. Like, just recently. Between the Amber fight and now.
Yeah, we haven't done anything.
Oh, yeah, then yeah, you know what? That's right. So
I would have 4.
We'd have everything back.
okay. So this is a thing that Yeah, I mean, obviously, keep track of it going forward. Um, go ahead, and we'll give you a turn right now, and then we'll kind of slip into everything else. And as far as the damage, I mean, for easy math, let's just give you half of it back. So, yeah.
37 rounded down.
18.
Well, 37 is total. Or 47. Yeah.
Oh, 47 is 23.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then see if this works. Oh no, you don't have a fuck. Okay.
What up?
Just the way that Roll20 handles NPC and PC initiative is different, so a lot of macros that work for one don't work for the other.
Ah.
Okay, so that and that and that. Okay. So, getting all this in order. All right. So Greg has raged, and like you can, let's see. You can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter your rage before doing anything else. Okay, so rage is a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna attack some shit.
Does this bottom one attack me?
The one directly below you attacked Ron.
Okay. Guess I'll attack to the one bottom right.
Okay.
And I get my normal attack and then the extra attack. Per usual, right? Or is it just one attack?
Anything that you can do with an action. So I think it's your attack action lets you attack twice, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, you get 2 swings in. Okay. So first one, 28 definitely hits, and you cleave into the thing. It's still standing, but you've dealt it a pretty serious wound. And then 17 also hits for a little bit less this time, 12 points total. All right, so you like maul this thing a couple times, and it's looking really beat up, but it is still standing and kind of just like it's got this nasty open mouth, tongue lolling grin going on as it kind of tenses up and gets ready to attack you again.
Just
Now,
want to do like a battle roar.
okay,
Doing that.
okay. So I think with Greg roaring and everything, um, anyone upstairs would probably be alerted to the fact that there's some shit going down. So, all right. So first up is Esmeralda, and I'm going to move her to the place that she'd be able to get to. I think she goes running. You don't see her turn invisible or anything like that. She just takes off down the steps. Okay. And we'll say that's it for her. Greg, your turn. What you doing?
I'm going to finish that first one off.
Okay. Yeah, 26 hits and 17 points of damage is enough to kill it.
I will swing at the one right above that.
Okay. 24 hits. 12 plus 3, 15 points of slashing damage, and yeah, you slice into this one now. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Cool. I think Rictavio proceeds, but he does so cautiously, knowing that if Greg's letting out a war cry, there's probably not a whole lot he can do besides maybe heal people up in the back line. So he's going forward, but he's willing to let people like slip by him and run in if they feel they're more needed. Okay. Yeah, Muriel then. She's been spending like this whole trip kind of in hybrid form, just ready for anything. And so you see her, like you hear her talons like clacking on the floor as she takes a few steps and sort of glides down the steps. And I gotta make sure that I heal her up because it doesn't look like she did.
Curious. When we took the long rest, is it the new dawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that's going to bring us.
I should be at 11, not 9. I just realized that. Because I rolled luck and...
Oh, it yeah, okay. Then yeah, no harm, no foul. Fix that right now. And there's that. I think you're actually a little faster than her, so we'll do that. But yeah, so Ron, what are you doing?
There are so many things I can do. You know, I think I'm going to look around, and I'm gonna just grab Greg, and I'm gonna dimension door up to the top of the stairs.
Okay. So that's a thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be willing during a raid?
That's a good question.
I mean, it's up to you, I guess.
Brown's call.
Intelligence or wisdom check?
Let's call it wisdom.
Okay, I'm going.
All right. Cool. And so these two disappear. And map will go black for you guys for a second here. Or it would if the shit was responding. There we go. And plop you guys down at the top of the steps. Combat across 2 maps. Fun times. Okay, and then I'll move your like visibility back there. Got that. And that. Alright, so you guys should be able to see yourselves at the top of the steps.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so then we get to the creatures in here.
Oh, I can't see the turnover anymore. Because we're on different...
Yeah, that happens.
Oh well.
Alright, so...
Oh, I do get movement and such still, right?
Yeah, if you want to move, you can do that.
The rest of the group was this way, right?
Hold on, let me get back to your map.
Sorry. Like they were out the door, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't see shit. Do I see anybody? I can't see anybody.
All right. So let me sort out the people who are already gone, and I'll actually replace others. So we've got Dane and Yoan still basically just outside the secret door,
All right.
like so.
Oh, all right. Well, I will see them, and it'll be it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll say, "There's some long-tongued bastards in there attacking," and I'll just point in that room, and then that'll end my turn.
Okay. So then we'll get to the long-tongued bastards in that room that are attacking. And yeah, they come spilling out. I think you can hear the snarling from upstairs.
Sure, that's not me.
Alright, so move all of these guys. And yeah, you hear the sounds of Esmeralda really exerting herself as she's attempting to dodge the attacks of 6 oncoming guests. So we'll see how that works out. Okay. So, uh, doing lots of rolls and stuff. Yeah, so I think you hear um, Esmeralda like ducking, parrying, and then where a lot of the times there'd be like some kind of banter about uh come on, is that all you've got kind of stuff. Esmeralda goes quiet.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, hold on, this is taking forever to do anything.
He just got gangbanged.
So then yeah, I mean, you can still hear the sounds of the creatures preoccupied with something, but you don't hear Esmeralda responding.
Are they eating her?
That's what I was
I
thinking.
don't know, are they? Okay, and so that, all of that dice rolling later is going to end their turn, which brings us to Yoan.
Find out.
You are muted, I think.
I'm gonna go find out what happened to Esmeralda.
Okay. So, yeah, you take off running down the steps, and easy math will say you get to the landing here. So let me move your mini to about there. And so what you see is there is a pile. You see nothing? Why do you see nothing? Stop seeing nothing. There you go.
Okay.
So, you see a pile of bluish-skinned humanoid creatures, all seemingly ripping into something. Yeah, I think that's about all you can really see from that vantage point.
Oh boy.
I mean, there's 6 of them, guys. I don't know what you expected.
I blame Ron.
So what's Yoan doing at the top of the steps here? Or, well, the first landing of the steps, I should say. You're muted.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Are they all within a 40-foot cube?
I mean, most definitely. Like, this, are you talking a cube emanating from you, or just any 40-foot cube?
Any 40-foot cube within 120 feet from me?
Easily.
Okay.
Though you gather that, if by some chance there's still a living Esmeralda in there, you'd probably affect her with something like that as well.
Oh, no, I won't.
Oh, if you can choose not to, then yeah.
I can choose not to.
Cool. So what you doing?
That. I will choose
Slow.
the 6 creatures.
All right.
conveniently.
All right. That is pretty convenient. Okay. So then is it... let me just double check here. Each one must succeed. Okay. 6 wisdom saves incoming.
16.
All right. So we're gonna go clockwise, starting with the one closest to Muriel. All right. So that one makes it save. Next one does not. Next one does not. Next one does. Next one does. Next one does not. So half of them are affected by your slow spell. All right, anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Dane, what you doing?
I'm gonna run down the stairs beside Yoan
Okay.
and see what I can see.
All right. So, yeah, you run down. You get to a point where you're on the landing next to Yoan, and looking down, you can see Muriel sort of on the outside of this pile of humanoid creatures that seem to be intently focused on something in the middle. Some of them seem a little sluggish in their movement, but yeah, I think that's about all you can get from there.
All right, and then I can't go any farther without dashing.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna shoot it with my crossbow, I guess. The one coming up the stairs.
Okay, yeah, the closest one. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
And not do anything to it.
I mean, one of those hits.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, you plant a bolt in it.
I'll make it mad. Okay.
Just piss it off even more.
Kill Esmeralda faster.
And maybe lure one of them off to come after me instead. I think that's it.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Brings us to Octavio, who kind of brings up the rear, coming down the steps here. And let's see what he's got up his sleeve, shall we? Hmm. So many things to look at.
So little time.
Okay. So I suppose yeah, I think he's gonna come down and seeing what's going on, he's just going to draw his silvered sword cane and do what he can to cut through here. So, couple attacks, both of which hit, one of which is a crit. And yeah, the creature that Dane had previously shot with his crossbow is now looking like not on death's door, but pretty rough. And that's going to be it for Octavio. So then we get to Muriel, who is going to do her thing. Let's see, she gets 2 attacks, so go a couple swings of her short sword. Both of which hit, one of which is a crit.
Nice.
All right. Cool. So then this one at the base of the steps gets slashed a couple of times, and you see this like almost syrupy liquid kind of flowing out of it as it gets cut open. And it sort of like clutches at one of the wounds on its chest, and as it goes to lunge for Muriel in retaliation, it just collapses. And it seems to be dead. Okay. So I need to make some other checks here. And then for slow, are they making checks at the end of their turn? Is that how this works?
Yep, at the end.
Okay. So I gotta make one thing now, and one thing later for each of them. Okay. So, as the one lunges toward Muriel and collapses, the one next to it sluggishly turns around to see what all the commotion was about. And for simplicity, I'm going to drag the dead one off. And this one comes over and makes a couple of attacks against Rictavio.
I got skipped. I did not get to take a turn.
Oh, interesting. It took you off the turn order.
Yeah, I might be off. I'm completely off the turn order.
That
Okay.
happened to me too.
I think that happened to you too, yeah.
Yeah, you would be going Let's see.
I'd be going before Muriel.
Yeah, and what was Greg's initiative? This multi-map thing really
His was
sucks.
high.
12.16.
Okay, so Greg, before anything else, you go ahead and do your thing.
I want to continue my rage and run back down the stairs. 55
Okay. Okay.
back into the fray.
All right. So yeah, that's the thing. For simplicity, again, we won't wind back the one that already died, and so let me grab a Greg. Okay. Copy that over, and we'll say that you are able to get. Basically, you get to a point where you're standing on the corpse of one of these things that's fallen down.
I want to
So-
smash the nearest one next to me with a reckless attack.
Okay, let me merge that back over. You should be able to see now.
Oh, there's a lot of people in here.
Yes, there are. Okay, reckless attack on that one to your right. So go ahead and do your thing. Okay. It's not dead, but it's very hurt.
Second. I believe I have brutal criticals. So that 9 plus 9 needs to have another 9.
Well, is it okay? Yeah, let's see.
I get an extra roll for my damage when I crit.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d12, and we'll add that to it.
Okay. Okay, I'll take an 11.
Yeah, I figured you would. All right. This thing, it's still standing, but like just barely.
Alright, I'm gonna try and finish it off.
Okay. And finish it, you do. As it's kind of slow to turn around and react to anything at this point, but you maul it once and you like pull the blade out, and it seems to do even more damage on the recoil. And just that last stroke comes down and just like crushes the thing under the weight of this great axe. And so that one, I'm just gonna delete it because honestly, like, we could do with some cleaning up of shit here. Okay, so then Ron, what are you doing?
All right. I am going to run 1, 2. I can't get 3, 4, 5, and then I see characters, but I don't think they're there.
Right, yeah, because I'm using the other map for them. I just put them. Wait, what? Yeah, so you're talking about who you're seeing upstairs, right?
Yeah, I want.
Yeah,
to
there's
be
nobody
down.
upstairs.
Okay, I want to follow everybody down.
Okay. Cool. So grab you. And your display is going to go black for a second. And say that you're able to get like here.
All right. And I can see Esmeralda, right? Like just barely.
Yeah, I mean, I think now that the crowd is clearing a little bit, you can see her lying on the ground with a number of wounds across her body. Make a perception check. Okay. Cool. Carry on.
I'm going to cast Healing Word. Healing Word on her at first level.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and do that.
Alright.
All right, and you watch as a number of wounds on her body begin to close up, kind of heal themselves at super speed.
Alright, well, I'm going to
Um,
cast Polymorph on her then with my action. Because Healing Word is a bonus action. And I'm
Okay.
going to change her into, I don't know what it is, but I want her to be like an elephant or something with high HP.
Okay. Well, let's see. I mean, let's think what Ron would have seen. I mean, I think Ron probably would have made the rounds, on tour to like Strahd and stuff like that, and they've got, you know, elephants, rhinos, that kind of shit.
Yeah, let's go with an elephant.
Okay. Um, all right, this is gonna get interesting because growing and stuff. So let me pull that Esmeralda token off of here.
Crushes them beneath their feet against the wall.
Against the everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's gonna be how it works, but like, let's see. I guess we'll just have it so it like forces a bunch of them kind of outward, right? So, we'll say these two basically get shoved back with the weight of all the other ones. So it's kind of like they're getting jammed back into the room that you first found them in. Let me grab an elephant here. Let's see, how large are you? Probably pretty freaking large, right? Huge beast. So yeah, I think your front line also gets pushed back.
But I don't wanna.
And yeah, these ones all get jammed back into this little chamber as Esmeralda's still but possibly still living form gets turned into an elephant.
She's alive. That's all I care about. I just gave her a bunch of HP. That'll end my turn.
Okay. So then, after all that, now where the hell did the baddies initiative thing go? Anyway, I know they were a 9. I know they were a 9, so I'll stick them back in there. But this is annoying sometimes. Okay, that and it's 9.17. Come on. Come on. Okay. So, there's this elephant. You can see it's lying there, and I think at this point, now that everything's kind of magnified a little bit from your perspective not so long ago, you can see the elephant seems incapable of moving itself, but you can see its eyes still kind of darting around furiously, like, what the fuck? What's happening? And then you hear the gurgling snarls of these other creatures that begin to attack the elephant from like their position that's now forced back into this chamber. Okay. So I think.
She was resurrected as a elephant.
Yeah, surprise. Ron knows reincarnate.
Wait, what?
What? Okay. So a couple attacks here. And I think you see the elephant's eyes go wide for a second as one attack does hit. But, you know, it's an elephant, so I think you're alright for a while.
Cool.
Okay. Yoan, what are you doing about the proverbial and literal elephant in the room?
Yes.
I literally can't see anything else besides the elephant in this room.
Yes. It's time to address the elephant in the room.
So I guess I have to 1, 2, 3. Well, I need to go 15 feet through this elephant, but I can't quite. So I'm gonna cast Ice Knife on this one.
Which one was that?
The one between all of them.
Gotcha. Okay, so do the icy knifey thing. Alright, so 20 is going to hit. So that's 7 on the target. And then they need to make saves.
I'll make them make all the saves.
Okay. So top one is a 5. Target is an 18. The one to the right is a 21.
Gosh darn it. Oh, it hit 1.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
If that's it, then we're moving on to Dane.
Can I just sort of slide my way down the wall and try and get around the elephant?
All right.
There's nowhere to go, I guess.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, if you dash, you could do it.
Sure. I'll dash over there by the into the corner.
Okay. Cool. So you're in the corner.
Yay.
All right. Esmeralda the elephant gets to do a thing. Now with new and improved elephant stats. Nope.
Damn it, Esmeralda, you failed me.
All right. Yeah, I think Rictavio, I mean, he's just there. That's about what he's got. He's just there. It's getting kind of cramped in here, guys.
Damn it, I'm getting skipped again.
This should just die.
Fuck. Okay.
I skip first.
You did
Yeah.
get skipped.
Yeah.
He just took his turn. Didn't he?
Well, he just had his turn because he got skipped.
Oh, okay.
So, hold on. This is a disaster. What's your dex mod, Greg?
I rolled a 12.16.
Okay.
I rolled like 11.16.
Okay. So, Greg, what you doing?
Can I rage push my way underneath the elephant between its legs?
I mean, the elephant is like on its side right now, incapable of moving.
Can I rage climb over its legs and get into the room with 55 movement speed?
um, let's figure out. I mean, I guess you could hang out behind Dane.
I want to get into the room.
Um, okay, so here's what we'll have you do. Make a make an athletics check. I'm not sure off the top of my head if I'm doing this right, but we're gonna use some semblance of the push attack rules.
Um, trying to see something real quick. And strength checks to push, pull, lift, or down. Is it athletics?
Yeah, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna look this up. You can make a special melee attack to shove a creature. Yeah, so instead of making an attack roll, you make an athletics check contested by its strength or dex. So it's, or well, athletics or acrobatics. So it's like a grapple check, except you're just shoving.
And she auto fails, so doesn't she?
No. It's not. He's not shoving her.
Oh,
He's shoving his way into the room.
got it.
So it's contested by one of the enemies here. Which probably isn't going to work out so well for this guy, but we'll see. Nope. So yeah, with no issue, Greg hops over the elephant and does his best impression of a football lineman getting like low enough to gain leverage and just like blast the one creature out of the doorway, and yeah, and so you can still get one attack in there as well.
Alright.
So if you'd like to do that,
Attack the one. Or can I even attack the one down below me, or is the door in the way?
we'll say the one below you is accessible. You could attack that if you want.
Ew!
Okay, so an 11 is not going to hit. So yeah, you shove your way in and like pull your great axe back up and swing, and it just kind of clangs off. Maybe the door does get just a little bit in the way.
Okay.
All right. So Tavio did his thing. Ron.
Well, does it look like everybody is kind of like on the other side of the elephant is getting pushed away? Like they're kind of away from the elephant?
I mean, what do you mean by everybody? Like,
So, like, the elephant got big, pushed everybody. Now, if I were to shrink, if I were to drop polymorph and shrink it back down, would it be, like, down near the enemies or down near Yoan?
given that this is a 3x3 creature, I'll probably put her square in the middle.
Alright, but she's away from enemies. Like, they can't attack her right now, if I did that.
Correct.
Alright, I will drop polymorph.
Okay.
And, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and look at Rictavio and say, Rictavio, she can't move. Help her. And then I'll look over and say, you got this, Dane. You got this. I'm gonna inspire Dane.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Cool. So I don't think. Oh yeah, I guess there is something she could do. So Muriel heads down. Again, kind of glides down the last little bit here, and going to make a couple of attacks against the one that Greg just attacked. So 2 swings with the short sword. That's a miss and a hit. And yeah, so there's another kind of slow gout of this thick, syrupy fluid from inside the thing. Yeah. And that's going to bring us to the baddies. So, I mean, I guess they're going for Greg, right? So, let's see. All right. So, first one swings at you with its claws. That is a 6 to hit. I don't think so. Second one is a 21. So you take 7 halved to 3 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a con save. No worries. And last one is a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. Then I think the other one climbs its way up like on the wall and with this creepy borderline spider climb like ability comes over, and I'm gonna put it like behind the wall here, but just remember that there's one above you on the map. And it's going to make an attack as well. Claw attack, 24 to hit. 11 halved to 5 points of slashing damage. I need you to make a con save.
Ooh.
You succeed.
Oh, getting a little
Okay.
scared there.
All right. And that's it for them. So, Yoan. I think we may have lost our druid. She is very much asleep right now.
Oh boy.
Becca. Becca. Hey, you.
Rip yelling.
Yeah. Oh. Well, maybe you shouldn't keep me awake.
Keep you awake.
Yeah.
I didn't keep you awake.
Yes, you did.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
See?
kept me awake.
Anyway, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Do they? Are any of them slowed still?
Yeah, 2 of them are still slowed.
Okay. Well, I only see one of them. So, I'm gonna throw that.
Okay. So you do the thing, and con save. That's a natural 20.
Oh, come on. Well, at least it's still doing bad on other saves. I'll move here. Okay.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Dane.
Is there anywhere to stand in the room?
You'd have to push your way in, basically.
Fine. I'll try and push the one out of the way.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Out of my way.
And out of your way it goes, as does the one behind it.
Good job. Pushed it really.
My space.
Hold on. There we go. Okay. So that was one attack, basically.
Alright. And I wish to hit the one that I just pushed out of the way.
Okay.
Oops, not with that. Sorry. My longsword.
Okay. So you swing the sun sword, and it sizzles as it carves through this thing, and yeah, you shove it out of the way, and as it's like still kind of reeling, you come down with this like burning hot blade of sunlight and just cleave through it, and that one is dead.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Esmeralda doing Esmeralda things. Like maybe, just maybe making a con save for once? Okay. So finally, Esmeralda like rolls over and kind of slowly gets herself not to a standing position, but enough to a point where she can like sit up, and you can see she's capable of moving again.
I can help her,
Perhaps.
just for flavor.
Yeah. Okay, Greg. What you doing?
I yell at the one on the wall menacingly, telling it to get down here. I'm gonna gut it like a fish. Damn fly on the wall.
Okay.
I will do another reckless attack.
All right. On that one?
Yeah, the fly on the wall.
Okay. All right, roll a d12.
Oh,
Oh. Okay. Still not bad though. What the fuck? Okay, so after ranting and raving about fly on the wall gassed, Greg picks up the great axe and just like okay, so it's like one of those finishing moves in like Skyrim when you get the little cutscene and it's just blah, 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 blah. Just pulverizes the thing. And like the bits and pieces of it just sort of slide down the wall, much like a fly that was just swatted. All right. So that one is very dead. Anything else?
just going to lick some of the blood off my lips. That's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna link this though, just for you.
Yeah. Okay. So then Rictavio is going to come down and yeah, you hear him kind of muttering a rote prayer to the Morning Lord under his breath, and his hands begin to glow, and he casts Cure Wounds on Esmeralda. And she looks a hell of a lot better. Whoops. All right. Ron, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna squeeze by Octavio. I can't see anything other than like basically can see from like here to here, and then like little patch here, and then like I can't see very well.
I mean, you're in a skinny hallway.
Yeah, that's what's there to see.
That is okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Because remember, you're human, and the light source just went inside the door to the next room.
all right. Well, I guess in seeing that, I'll come back here, take a step over here, and I'll just stand there and wait.
Okay. Muriel is gonna take advantage of the opening that was created here and kind of weave her way into the room, eventually ending up there, and make a couple of attacks against the one that Greg is fighting. That's an 8, so that's not going to hit. And that is an 11, which is also not going to hit. Okay, short turn. Then that one that was just attacked is going to I guess gonna just keep attacking Greg. So it lunges toward Greg, making a bite attack with advantage because of reckless attack. That's a 20 to hit. And 12 points, rounded down to 6 piercing damage. Or, halved to 6, I should say. And the other one.
That was for me.
I'm gonna hit it for that as well.
Oh, okay. But you miss.
But I missed.
And as you do that, the other one closes and tries to attack you, Dane. It tries to bite you. And that is also a 20 to hit.
Yep.
You take 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Did I need
that's
to make
it.
a con save?
No, because that was a bite, not a claw attack.
Oh, okay.
Yoan.
Well, I like my position, and I still can only see one of them. So here's a question. If I thorn whip it, would it not go any would I pull it through Greg? How
I would say probably wouldn't be able to. Just,
okay.
Pull it into my arms and I give it a bear hug.
I'll just try and freeze it in place.
Okay. Con save.
It gets a nat 20 again.
Just doesn't like you. So it's a 15, so just barely failed.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right, and you see this frost just kind of envelop the thing for a second. Parts of the flesh begin to kind of darken and crack, but it is still standing. Anything else?
I think that's a. I'll stand here. Okay.
Cool. Dane.
I'm gonna hit the one in front of me with my sword.
Okay, and hit it you do. And between those two attacks, both of which hit, you're able to just cut this one down with no problem.
Sounds good. All right.
Sweet. All right. Esmeralda, I think, is just going to stand up and she's just gonna stand there with Rictavio. I think she's had enough of this particular fight. Greg.
Time to swat the other fly. Another reckless attack.
Okay.
Oh, poof rolls.
But still enough.
Woo.
As you swing a couple more times and just, paste this last one. And everything is quiet once again in this little chamber where you are now standing amidst copious amounts of gore and 3 large blocks of amber. So, being out of initiative, what are you guys doing?
I want to turn her on. Say, I know you're not smart, but try not to run into, places alone where you're gonna get attacked.
Well, he was with me, and I point over towards Greg.
And they still overwhelmed you.
Well, no, I just got out of there. They had surrounded us, but I didn't want to stay around and get killed.
So instead you let Esmeralda almost get killed trying to save you.
No, I didn't know she was going to run down and get attacked. All I
Yoan's
knew
done with
was...
this conversation.
What?
He just turns and... Yoan's done with this conversation, he just turns and walks away.
Alright.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
And I look at the amber thing here.
Was that the top one you pinged?
Yeah.
I'm going to walk back in, too.
Okay.
So, I'm going to look at this one.
I'm gonna stay right there in the doorway. Keep an eye on what they're up to.
Okay. All right. So, Greg, you take a look at this one on the north wall, and kind of flickering inside, it looks as though maybe for just a split second at a time, the little black piece of something lodged in the amber sort of flickers to the shape of a large spider. But then as quickly as that image is there, it's gone. And it's just, once again, this little black wispy thing just hovering in the block.
Can I touch it where the spider-ish image appeared?
Yeah, it seemed to just flash across almost the whole block of the amber. So if you were to just lay your hand on the block, you'd be at least approximating touching it.
Okay.
Okay. And so you do that, and as you do, there is this kind of wispy reedy voice that speaks into your mind and says, "Do you wish to have the power of the nine-eyed spider?"
You know, and I release my hand.
Okay. As Ron walks over and investigates the eastern sarcophagus, as this is labeled here, the little speck of blackness inside of this large block of amber just seems to hover there, not changing in any way other than just a slight wispiness as the form kind of wavers, but just rests there in the block as you stare at it.
I'll say hello. Any response?
No, there's no response.
I'm gonna reach out and knock on it. Like a guy knocking on a fish tank, trying to get it to move.
Okay. So as soon as you knock on it, as soon as your knuckle hits the exterior of the amber, an image flashes into your mind of just, it looks like the interior of a massive, like a mouth of a massive creature lined with teeth of different shapes and sizes.
I
And
just see this, or
yeah, you see it in your mind's eye.
okay.
And as that appears in your mind's eye, you don't so much as you don't so much hear a voice as you feel this dark presence just forming some sort of connection with you. And you sense power, but as of yet, nothing's been said.
I'll say, huh. Hey, Greg, maybe this one's for you. It's power.
What?
Come over here and touch this one.
I guess I will proceed to come over there and touch it.
Okay. You do so, and all the same things I described happening to Ron happen to you. You see, almost from the perspective of being inside of this massive mouth filled with various shapes and sizes of sharp teeth.
I'm wandering over there to his.
Okay.
Call back over to him. What am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. You're smart. Figure it out. I'm gonna touch his.
Okay. Of course. So, same thing. It mentions the gift of the nine-eyed spider.
Also, what's the gift?
You've seen it in play, in action, mere moments ago. The creatures that lived in this vault, they were blessed by the spider.
Yeah, I don't really want to turn into one of those. as fun as that sounds, I have a few other things I need to do. I'm gonna take my hand off.
Do I hear him talking?
No, this is all telepathic.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my hand off and turn around and say, "Ugh, that one wanted to turn me into things."
Yeah, something about
And-
spiders.
Well,
And yeah, Greg, as you know, you've still got your hand on the one to the east. I think you hear this low rumbling voice that says, "Do you seek the gift of Dalvernar, he of the many teeth?"
What does said gift entail?
The power to live many lives.
I like the one I've got. Thank you for the offer. And I will walk away from it.
I'll say, well, the one over there, and I'll point at the spider one and say, that one wanted to turn me into whatever those things are that we just fought. So, yeah, that one's bad. What did yours say? What did yours want?
The one you originally touched said something about granting you the power to live many lives.
Huh. I'll look at the back of the rest of the group that's kind of at the door and say, you guys know what that means?
Means we should probably get out of here and stop touching these things.
I'm gonna casually walk over and lean against this one.
Of course you are.
Yep.
Okay. Almost immediately, you hear another kind of faint voice that says, "I am known as Xantras, the Kingmaker. They named me such because I hold the power to give you the influence and aura of a king. I can feel it would do you well."
Indeed it would. What do you ask in return?
There are natural consequences that accompany such strength of will, but you need not give me anything.
Are you offering to turn me into a lich?
I am not.
What are the side effects that you speak of?
Nothing outside the normal realm of being one with a commanding presence.
I can't have anything affecting my looks.
Rest assured, this would not affect your looks. Only your will, and only in a positive way, I can assure you.
Alright, I'm rolling a wisdom check. I'm going with it. I'll take it.
Okay. And so, like, what does Ron say other than, just asking questions about all this stuff?
I'll just go. You got a deal.
Excellent. Now that you've accepted, never again will you surrender yourself to others. Your will shall supersede anyone else's. Ron,
Yes.
your charisma score increases by 4.
Oh! Alright.
Even past
I'm also going to whisper you something.
Okay.
24 damn charisma.
I left it up to the dice to decide it too. So.
And of course, Roll20 is being dumb, so I'm going to do that on Discord.
Okay.
Can't wait to see what kind of shenanigans this gets us into.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is fucking awesome. All right. What should I put that under? Just
It's the thing right before the quotes. That there's a section for that.
Oh, okay. Yep, I see it. All right, I got it added.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be This is gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Do they notice any change about me or no?
I don't know. I mean, I think maybe Ron just looks a little more together. You know, given that you guys all just survived this crazy combat ordeal. He's looking pretty well put together there. That's about it.
I want to tell Ron to stop touching the block.
Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
I'm curious and I want to go behind them and touch all the blocks.
All of them?
All three. Yeah.
Okay. Which one are you starting with?
I'm going behind them, so I'll start with this one.
Okay.
I'll follow along behind Yoan just to see what they've been touching.
I'm going to wander out and telepathically reach out to Melkar and say, I think I found something that you might love if I can find a way to get you back.
Do tell.
I will go on to explain to him that she just granted me the tongue of a king with no real flaws to it.
What? What do you mean the tongue of a king?
Well, let's just say I am extremely persuasive. I'm going to... People will fall all over themselves to please me.
That could prove useful in the future.
Indeed it shall. I'll start by trying to convince the abbot to bring you back.
All right, and I think now we cut back to Yoan placing a hand on the first block, the one to the north, and this time as the link is formed between the interior and exterior of the shell here. Immediately, Yoan, you hear a voice in your that says, "A mortal like you is always limited to the ground. Do you wish to expand your horizons to walls and ceilings?"
I can do that already. And I'll leave that one and go to the next.
Okay. You head over, lay a hand on that one, and yeah, again, much like the last two, you see vision of the interior of some large, toothy, to steal Mercer's favorite word, maw. And it takes a moment. But eventually, this low voice says, "How many lives have you lived?" Oh, I see. I can feel your history. This life, it's your only one, and there will be no more for you. Unless you accept this gift.
And what is this gift?
I can offer you but a sample of immortality.
Why would I only want a sample of immortality?
It certainly would serve you better than the numbered days that you currently possess.
I will leave it and touch the last one.
Okay. Again, you walk over, put your hand on it, and says, "Oh, you've seen a positive change in your friend, yes? Do you wish the same?"
What positive thing?
The influence and aura of a king.
And why would I want that?
Why wouldn't you? Never again would you have to surrender yourself to others.
And so what's the catch?
Some may not take kindly to your commanding presence, but I will collect no price from you. I simply offer you a gift.
What? Where do you get your benefit from, if not from me?
Why must everything be a business transaction?
Well, why would you give a stranger a gift?
Perhaps I simply wish to see the world made a better place.
How do you know the world will be a better place by giving me this gift?
I can sense that this would do great things for you.
Just like it did for my friend? Or will for my friend?
Indeed.
What do you sense for him?
I sense successful interactions and pauses for a moment. The wealth that only the well-liked could ever dream of. Influence. I think that's something that might appeal to someone like yourself.
Hmm.
Imagine the ability to bend others to your will.
I will accept this gift.
Okay. So this is going to get interesting.
Very much so.
So your charisma goes up by 4. And also this thing.
My charisma's 11.
It is 15. Wait, it's 11 now?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's not good.
Did you check your whispers, Becca?
Yeah, I'm reading it. It's right here. Okay.
Okay. And so, yeah, the kind of gruff exterior of Yoan also softens a bit. He just looks a bit more approachable now, you know?
All right, I want to make my rounds of the amber as well.
Okay.
I'll go to the top one first.
All right. And so I think by now we know the drill. You are offered the ability to expand your horizons beyond just the ground to walls and ceilings.
That could be fun and useful.
And this quiet voice just says, "Then all you must do is accept my gift."
What are the consequences?
There may be a small visual difference. Your appearance may change just a bit, but it is not as your friend may have said. You will not become one of the creatures that now lie in pieces on the floor of this chamber.
There is no harmful effects from this gift.
It will not hurt you.
I accept.
All right. And so as Dane is sort of standing there, palm against the block of amber, you hear a kind of crunching noise. And Dane, you're struck with this immediate white hot pain right in the center of your forehead, like this piercing headache. And you reach up to just instinctively clutch at it, and you feel a bump on your forehead, directly above your nose, between your eyes. It's soft. And looking at the kind of distorted reflection of your face in the amber, you can see that there is a single lidless eye protruding from your forehead.
Great.
You can't see through it, but it's there.
Great.
3-eyed dwarf.
Great.
And you do now officially have spider climb, so you can walk on walls and ceilings without needing to make any kind of check, just using your walk speed.
Okay.
Right.
Great.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna keep making the rounds, or are
Yeah, I'll proceed to the next one.
you okay?
As he gets over to me, I'm like, oh, what the fuck happened to you?
At this point, I'm coming back in the room to see what's
It's always
going
been there.
It's always been there.
All right. So you walk over to the eastern block, put your hand there, and yeah, I think you hear this voice in your head that says, "I see you've already enjoyed the offerings of one of my peers. I'm sure it would make sense then to consider what I bring to the table."
I'll consider it. What do you have to offer?
As a mortal, your days are numbered. Frighteningly so, in many cases. If you accept my gift, I can multiply those days. Your lives would be many-fold.
But there would still be a limit.
A limit, yes, but you would live many lives where most of your ilk would have to settle for one.
I think one is enough.
Suit yourself.
Alright, I'll go to the last one.
Okay. And as soon as you place your hand on the block, it says, "My, this is a busy day for me. You liked the changes that were apparent in your friends so much that you had to come and visit me yourself?"
I guess so. What do you have to offer?
One of the greatest powers of all. That over people. Influence. A commanding presence that, while mundane in the magical sense, in many cases will serve the same purpose, bending others to your will.
I don't think I need that. I already don't like people. Why should I make them like me?
Because then you can make them do things for you.
I don't want their help.
Suit yourself. Be a doormat for the rest of your existence.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll leave that one alone.
All right. So, yeah. Anything else you guys would like to do in this chamber now that we have two very charismatic members of the party and one with a third eye that can walk on walls?
I asked everyone in the group who touched the bottom amber stone thing what that one said.
Does anybody answer?
What? Which one said?
The bottom one.
It offered to make me a king.
Oh,
Oh,
that one.
shit,
I
yeah.
like that one.
Right at the sound of king, I put my hand out.
I want to scold Dane for listening to things in the Amber Temple that he knows are evil.
Hey, you took one too.
How do you know?
You changed. Maybe not physically, but visually you have changed.
Well, I took this one, and I point to the southern one.
And I look at myself, and I'm like, and I poke in between my eyes. I'm like, I don't have a third eye.
I don't
No.
either.
But you're different.
I think that's just you seeing me in a different light.
Or with his third eye.
Yeah. Maybe the third eye sees things that you don't.
Damn.
Probably.
I'm gonna walk over and poke him in the third eye.
Ow.
Does it actually hurt?
Yeah, does it hurt?
I mean, it feels like somebody poked you in the eye.
Probably.
And I'll just say, do you feel this? And poke him.
Yes, I feel that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Huh. Well, can you see anything? And I flip the eye off.
No, I can't see anything out of it.
Oh. Well, what does it do?
I don't know. It just sort of sits there, it appears.
So you got the powers to have a third eye in your forehead, but it doesn't do anything.
So it appears.
Hmm.
I want to start climbing up the wall.
So it appears, and then he just walks over toward the wall and starts walking up the wall.
It's like, hi, I'm
All right.
done.
I just turn around and walk out. I turn around and walk out, shaking my head and saying, "Dwarves."
I'll climb back down and follow him out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go over and stand next to Esmeralda and say, "Are you okay?"
She says, "Yes, I'll be fine. I didn't know what I was getting myself into."
We didn't either.
At this point, Dane comes walking out with third eye visible. She just looks at him like, "What?"
It's always been there. Don't worry. At least that's what he told
No,
me. Oh.
it has not.
I touched one of the things when I tried to kill it. It gave me this.
Right. How are you feeling?
I feel fine. Besides this stupid thing on my face.
All right. And she just she looks at the eye again and back at Ron like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
I don't know. He can climb on walls and shit now, though. So.
We're supposed to tell people that.
Well, you're a giant. You got a giant eye in your forehead, dude. What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. Just pretend it doesn't exist.
I cannot.
All right. Yeah, and I think Esmeralda just sits there like kind of incredulous at the whole thing, and she's just relaxing, kind of trying to regroup after being paralyzed and mauled by half a dozen creatures
And being an elephant.
and being an elephant.
Yeah, at that point, I'll turn back to her and say, "Oh yeah, about turning into an elephant. I figured something big would be easy to survive."
I understand and appreciate that. And thank you for your concern.
Just wanted to do what I could. So. And with that, I'm gonna walk past them and head up.
Okay.
I'm straining against this amber block. Just telling it, make me a king like my friends.
And yeah, the quiet voice just says into your head, "So you too wish for An insurmountable will.
Who wouldn't?
A good question. Will you accept my gift?
Hurry up and make me a king.
All right. So +4 charisma, and I'm going to send you a thing. This is getting really interesting really quickly.
Indeed. I mean, it kind of made sense for me, because I now have a spell save DC of 19.
Oh, this is gonna be bad if we get in like a bar fight or something.
Uh-huh.
This
I can
is
just
a
hang out
bad
on the
for a lot of
ceiling.
things. Oh, 3 of us have it.
So yeah, that's a thing. Anything else before everybody goes back up?
Did my visage or anything change at all, like the others?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just like you still look strong, but there's a kind of nobility to it now that maybe wasn't there before.
You're like a buff swimsuit model from Europe.
Something like that.
I will leave the room then, since it's a dead end.
Stupid dead ends. I bet you wish you never came here.
I'll go up to the top of the stairs as well,
Okay.
climbing on the ceiling.
All right. Let's take a quick break because I really need to piss, and then we'll hop back in and do this for like another hour or so. Cool.
All right.